successful tradings. Why you will learn to trade options as a beginner.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Successful Trading for Live Pre-Market Analysis for Monday, April the 18th, 2022. It's good. It's good to do pre-market analysis. So I see a few traders on the live feed. Please, if you can hear me, if you could confirm the quality of the sound so that I may not speak in vain on this day after Easter Sunday. Hopefully, everybody had a great weekend and back to trading for this. Good morning. I see the name of the trader. It's Latoria. So this is one of the subscriber in our Discord. So good morning to you. Glad to have you on board. Could you just confirm the sound for me if it's acceptable or adequate enough so that we can get going? Hello, Miss Jane. How are you? Luis Fernandez, good morning. How are you? Where are you trading from? So I'm coming to you live from Southern California as usual for those who have been part of the show before. So if in the live chat you can just tell us where you're trading from and maybe how long you have been trading. If you have a stock that you would like us to do a technical analysis on this morning, I will gladly do that. We have our usual routine on taking a look at the broader markets, what's moving the equity markets this morning. And then we are in earnings season, as you may know. Earnings started last week with the banks mostly, and they will continue coming in this week over the next all the way to the end of May. I will show you how you can get that schedule using one of the simple tools. And last but not least, Puerto Rico, nice. Glad to have you on board, sir. Glad to have you. Excellent, Mr. Luis. All right, so I take that opportunity, the opportunity as we are greeting people from all over the world to give a shout out to those maybe who are following live from my beloved city of Douala. If you don't know where Douala is, that's fine. You will. I mean, after a couple of sessions on here on this live broadcast, you will learn to know where Douala is. So it's currently 1:48 p.m. in Douala, while we are approaching 5:48 a.m. Pacific time in Southern California, where I'm coming to you live. All right, so I think nobody said anything bad about the quality of the sound, so I'm going to assume, I should not be saying that, but I'm going to cross my fingers that the sound is acceptable. And therefore, let's go into FinViz and dive into what's moving this market this morning. Maybe before we do that, I mean, one of the things that we have been showing traders recently, it's really all of the capability of the FinViz tool, right? So for instance here, when you log in, you can definitely go and find the performance, the most recent performance of the broader market, if you will. So you can do that either, let's say we can start here per group, right? So, and then determine that, hey, this is a 1 day performance. So here are the 11 sectors of the SPY, if you will, the SPX 500, if you will: energy, basic material, utility, industrial, consumer, defensive, healthcare, communication services, real estate, consumer, cyclical, financial, technology. This is known as a top-down analysis, folks, meaning that you would like to find stock that have a certain characteristic, but really you don't have a preset idea onto it. You let the market dictate how you're going to be trading, if you will. This is a trading that if you know how to do any type of analysis, technical analysis, that is, you will be able to do that. So for instance, we could say on here, right? Okay, out of the 11 sectors on the SPX 500, aka SPY, yeah, give me which one performed the best or the worst depending on your tendencies that you like to trade, right? So here, for instance, we are seeing that the technology stocks, they were the weakest last week It was a short week, right? It was 4-day week, but doesn't really matter. You can do this in any point of time, or you can extend your analysis maybe to say, okay, over the last month, the energy sector, if you have been trading recently, for those who trade with us in our Discord room, you have seen the likes of Oxy, that's one of the stock that we like to use on the energy sector, or Halliburton. So, or even, yeah, those are really the main two, but there are others. Could you find others? So you identify your specific sector of interest, and you have to have a reason for that, right? Here, for instance, the reason will be, oh, the energy sector has been the most bullish over the last month, or you can go over the last week, you can go over the last quarter, depending on your investment time frame. So for us on here, we do short-term investing, which we do that through options. But really here, this is one of the basic things on here that this tool FinViz can help you achieve, right? So in that, let's continue on here. So if we focus on the energy here, then we can click on the energy, and then a bunch of stock will come up, 277 of them. Then now we can add specific criteria that we will like. Maybe for me here, I will say that I want them to be optionable and shortable. So that reduce the list from 277 to 231. Also the price, because I mean, there are just too many stock, right? So for me, ideally, I want stock that are trading over $20 at least. You see, the list all of the sudden reduce even further because you want really specific. Volume is always something that we want because we want to ensure liquidity. There's nothing more frustrating than trading options or stocks where there's no liquidity, because my friend, that will just complicate matters. So when we add this extra criteria of at least 1 million daily average volume, look at now, the list now, our list which started at 277, now it's reduced to 66. And then from here, I mean, there's so many other things that you can get here, right? From fundamental or technical analysis if you want, but really from here, 66 stocks for me, I will go to, hey, show me the chart for them. And most of them, again, because at least the way that we sorted them here, they have been going up recently. Yeah, the market in 2022 has been going down, but doesn't mean that every single sector has been bearish. That's very important for us as traders, right? As I just glimpsed in. So again, I see people joining as of now. There are always people who are joining. So welcome. You are watching a live broadcast of pre-market analysis on successful trading on Monday, April the 18th, 2022. So glad to have you. If you would like to say hello in the chat and tell us where you are trading from, we will give you a shout out. If you have a chart that you would like me to analyze, I have quite a few that I need to get going and bring forth. But in the meantime, I was just sharing how to do a very easy analysis, a top-down analysis from a sector level, and then going to a specific stock of interest that fits your trading style. All right, very good. So I'm going to come back on here for the entire market overall, and then we quickly scan the entire market. Then after we're done with that, I'm going to show you the charts that are of interest to me this week. And last but not least, we will conclude. Stick around or go tell your friend. We will break down QQQ, and I have a trade that I've been touting, I've been analyzing all weekend long. So I'm excited. I'm excited about this trade. So last week was a short week. The market didn't move overall that much, but with the earnings trickling in this week, and just the technical setup of where QQQ and all the other ETF they stand, we are in for a treat on the week after OPEX. OPEX is option expiration. That's the third week of the month. So for the traders at Successful Trading, you know that I've talked about that in the past on how we have studied the difference in the volatility in the market the week following the OPEX week, which is the third week of every month. All right, very good. So let's dive in here without any further ado. So today, just for today, what's moving the market? So if we go to optionable, again, I'm applying the same filters on here. So over $20. And let's see, I want to see the overview of this. And we want average volume greater than 1 million shares. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's take a step back here. Too many things are moving at the same time. Okay, so first, we want to remove the ETF. We want price over $20. Yeah. So let's do this slowly. And we want stock that are optionable and shortable. All right, so 2,000 something of those stocks, that's too many. Average volume over 1 million shares daily, that is. Now we have 878 stocks. So now I can just filter on here by hitting the change button. Let's see here. Let me make sure that you guys can see that. So the change here is where I click in order for me to obtain this list of which are the stocks that are moving the most in pre-market this morning. So on the bearish side, Charles Schwab is down. Here's the chart. Yeah, you guys can see that in my main screen there. That's why I'm looking at the left. The chart of Charles Schwab, it's, oh my goodness, it's quite interesting, right? A lot of ups and downs over the last 3 months, but definitely on this morning, the stock is down minus 5.75%. That's yaks. Previously, that level has been support. We can see that in the late February and early parts of March. So I tell tradership in the coaching session, your pre-market analysis really can make a difference, meaning the quality of it, meaning being able to identify ahead of time which stocks are moving, because once the market opens, chances are those stocks are going to continue to moving. That is why pre-market analysis is important. Yeah. And now somebody can tell me that, hey, if you are well versed into doing technical analysis, you can open a chart at any given time, right? You, without it being in pre-market, and be able to decipher the direction of that stock and take an option trade on it. And we teach you that here at Successful Trading. So if you're curious about that, I'm going to put a link a little bit later on the live chats on how to get engaged with us into learning how to read a technical chart. So here in pre-market, Charles Schwab, I have no idea what this stock is moving, but it's definitely moving. Much earlier, I saw that stock from China. I think we posted in the Discord. What did we post in the Discord? When in doubt of what to swing trade, just go to one of the most famous stock from China. Which one do we use typically? So Baba, JD, Baidu, PDD, sometimes Billy. It's really cheap, and you can see them here, right? So here's Baba. Baba is down minus 2.48% at 93 dollars. So that chart of Baba, this is the daily chart of Baba. Can we look at that down here? The entire month of April, though it doesn't make, it haven't made any big moves recently, but it's just trickling down. Mid-March there, I think, yeah, it was mid-March, the stock went below $80. So if you ask me right now, that's the direction that's taking. But these are very difficult to trade, to be honest with you. Even when you swing trade them, you really have no idea. So we have a way that actually traders on how to take swing trade, or in general, I think that's best suited definitely for this type of stock. Here's the chart for JD, currently trading at $55 on there. And then which one, other one that we saw, PDD. PDD used to be over $100 something, yeah, as of last year, but look where it stands right now. So those are really on the bearish side. Some on Trip.com as well. Yeah, this is Trip.com at $22. They are moving down. Weibo is another stock from China, so they are, and I think you can see the countries here, right? You see a lot of stock here from China that are down this morning. All right, so then you hit if I toggle on the change again, I'm going to have now stock that are bullish to start on here. And what do we see? Twitter is up 3.3% with over 3.4 million shares traded already in pre-market. Yes, I don't know about you. I think we traded Twitter over the last 2 weeks. I've had enough. It's too unpredictable. I was telling a fellow trader this weekend in I think it was Miss Asia in our coaching session yesterday. Twitter has just been very difficult to trade. I mean, this is the daily chart of Twitter. You could say, yeah, it looks straightforward. Well, this will be straightforward going down, but trading it intraday, right? It has all of this change of direction. It could have 3-4 changes of direction. So As of now, Twitter, maybe if you really want to trade it, the earnings, when's the earnings? The earnings is on the 28th of April, if I recall. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. The best thing could just be you take a trade further out, maybe after that earning, the week after that one, and you just be patient. You could actually take advantage of the implied volatility increasing. This is a technique that we took advantage of when was it on this past Thursday when the stock gapped up. The puts were paying despite the stock being up. We posted that in our Discord. At the stock at some point when I took a screenshot of the option chain on Twitter, I believe the put option way out of the money, mind you. They were up over 200% when the stock was up 1%. Yeah, that's one is a shocker for some of the our beginner traders to say, hey, how can puts be paying big money while the stock's actually going up? The short answer to that is implied volatility. So if you're curious about that, that's something that I can definitely teach. What else is moving on here in pre-market? Not a lot of stock that actually we are very familiar with. I think, okay, here's Dish. This chart is interesting. This is a type of chart that we tell traders that, hey, definitely there's a trade on here. Why? Because that, hey, definitely there's a trade on here. Why? Because Dish, when we look at this 3-month chart, this daily chart, right? Each candle represents 1 day, and the stock for the it's trying to break above that value of $34. So meaning only two things really can happen here. So some of the traders in my coaching session, they may be familiar with this sentence when I tell them only two things can happen. Yeah, either the stock continue up or the stock comes down. So this is attempting a breakout there above 35. So definitely this is the type of trade that you want to find yourself in and rely on your ability to read the chart. I don't really see that many stocks of interest here that are moving. So again, we saw that Halliburton has earnings. So very quickly then, let's go and take a look at how to find stock that have earnings on here. So for me, I use this FinViz filter. So here's for instance, so I'm selecting today after market close, to today before market open, and tomorrow in general. You can be as specific by specifying tomorrow before market open, tomorrow after market close, and so forth, right? And then submit. One of the trade that's always available to you and me as traders, right, as day traders, is to have the ability to scalp, meaning once we know that something like an earning is coming, I can use, for instance, Netflix as an example. I believe the earnings are tomorrow. Today is a good day to scalp on Netflix, meaning that a scalping means you are taking a short-term trade in duration. That's meaning a few hours, couple of hours, to take advantage of any movement on the. Why do we like particularly to do this very near the earnings? Because we know that market makers increase the implied volatility to make options more expensive. We have shown here to our traders how to take advantage of that on the day of the earnings. So in the case of Netflix, if those earnings are tomorrow morning, or I'm not sure it is after market. I would think typically it's after market on Tuesday. So we will have today and tomorrow to swing trade to scalp trade Netflix. If you have any question on how to do that, that's something that's definitely we can help with if you have such a question. All right. Let's see. I have then now let's switch to the stock that I really want to bring our attention. We'll come back to QQQ. I have a couple of stocks on here that's the chart are just appealing to me. So let's start with, there is no in no particular order, right? So if TradingView will oblige, I've been having issues with TradingView, to be honest with you, over the last couple of days. Let's see. So the name for Square is now blocked. Choose your broker and log into your broker account. You can't find information. Okay, that's not what I'm expecting. So yeah, okay. Am I going to waste my time and everybody's time because TradingView is having issues? We are not going to allow that. We are not going to allow that. All right, let's do this. Let's go back here Thanks, TradingView, but no thanks. Okay, we can come here and actually leverage this. So let's go here, and this is the same thing. Maybe we don't have all of our indicators. Okay, here is the daily chart of a Square, right? So daily, and recently Square has been at a support, if you will. Uh, the moving average here, they are a little bit different. These are pre-coded under. I could change them, but really, I want to bring your attention to this chart of Square. Last week we didn't have that much move, so Square as of now, again, it's sitting just above. What do they have here? This is the SMA 50, and then above the SMA 50 and below the SMA 9 on here. So my expectation on here on looking at Square is that there will be a bigger move this week. Let's actually switch time frame on here on the weekly chart. Oh yeah, you see where the stock stand exactly on its SMA 9 on the weekly, and the last couple of weeks the size of the candle have not been as big as that. Actually, this one that you see here, it's reflecting the pre-market as of today. So the previous week was this tiny candle on here. So from a trend perspective, we have had rejection at the higher level, 145, 140 thereabout, and then this big candle. So the direction on here, potential for 100 on Square. So for us, I am very, very keen on seeing what Square is going to be doing this week, and to take advantage of that trading either direction that it goes, because it's sitting at a place where a decision needs to be made. Either it goes down or it goes up. Yeah. So and then the target price that we can use, 140 on the call side and 100 on the put side. So I wanted to bring Square to your attention on here. Next up, that we want to, unless somebody has a question about Square, so I'm trying to go as fast as I can on here. The other stock that's I want, there are so many, right? Because the market didn't move that much. So here's the chart of AMD, the daily chart. Oh yeah, oof, oof, oof. Actually the weekly, everything on AMD. When looking at this chart, again, the line that we see on there doesn't matter really. So here they're using the SMA 50, the SMA 20, and the SMA 9, right? Those three natural supports and resistance. Look at the weekly chart of AMD. Last week it closed at a level that it has not closed since, my friend, when was the last time that this stock was trading at this level here? We can go here, July of last year, August, July of last year. So this is a weekly chart. So where's the support? The support here is here, because the support is always places where you see that you look to the left of the chart and you see previous touches, candles at that level. So if this stock is to drop further, a support definitely around 80. If it's to bounce, I mean, there's so much room, right? So, but again, the stock, AMD stock, is moving, and therefore provide a great opportunity for us option traders to make money this week. There's another stock, a sneaky stock that's I wanted to bring forth. FedEx. Shows the chart of FedEx. All right. Why am I interested in the chart of FedEx? Because last week, again, recognizing a downtrend here, FedEx, it's traded at previous support. So how can I say that? So on this week here of March 11, the lowest price was 199.03 to be precise, and the stock bounced. And then 2 weeks ago, it reached 199.21. That's where it closed. But then the following week, which was last week, the short week, it went from 199 to 208. So the question is FedEx going to be breaking below 200 this week, or will it find itself bouncing? So again, I'm showing charts that are ready to move. That's what a trading is all about, because there's no need to make your to decide based on just what you think. What we think doesn't matter, right? What the chart tells us is what matters. So meaning, but when we are ready, that's why we have watch list. When we are ready to see the analysis that we are doing here, for instance, help us say, oh, we need FedEx on the watch list, meaning that at some point a big move will be coming, and we will be in a prime position to take advantage of it. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. So it's currently 6:10 Pacific time, 9:10 Eastern time. The market will be opening in about 20 minutes. So this is the time for us to take a look at QQQ, our beloved QQQ, if which we couldn't get on here, so that's fine. I'm going to take a look at QQQ using FinViz as well. So where's QQQ? Oh yeah, there's another stock that maybe before we go to QQQ, Nvidia. We've talked about Nvidia. Those, even if you follow us on Twitter, yeah, we have a Twitter feed. Look, this is the weekly chart of Nvidia, folks. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. How many touches have we had here so far at this level? 210 to 11, 1, 2, 3, and we are there again. And every single time the stock has bounced. So it's showtime. It's showtime this week for Nvidia. Either it breaks below, and in that case, the support lower. I mean, there has been support at 200, right? But this is a big stock. I mean, Nvidia, a $10 move on the weekly chart is nothing for Nvidia. This was a tiny candle last week. So you can see some of the big candles of 30, 20, 25, 30, or even $35 on Nvidia. Are we sitting on one of those candles on here this week? I think there's a high probability that we definitely get a bigger move that we got last week. The high last week we traded at 227, the low was 211. That's a mere $16. $16 okay, but Nvidia, when Nvidia has any type of momentum, bearish or bullish, it can do further than that. Yeah, so really, I didn't want to forget about Nvidia on there. We posted that chart using the trading view on inside our Discord, and I believe on Twitter as well. So show time here for Nvidia. All right, so very quickly, let's go to the trade on QQQ. There is a trade on QQQ, pretty much using the same analysis as we did for the other stock, right? Recognizing, okay, we have been on a downtrend on here, right? The last 3 weeks have been posting lower lows, so standing at 337. So the question on here, and then we have a short week. The stock didn't move that much. How much did we move last week? The high was 347, the low was 338. Not even $10 were traded last week. But look at the previous week's candle, right? So this get me over the weekend with some of the traders something, and we discovered something very interesting on here. So hang on with here. So at this stage, minus 0.27 in pre-market, less than $1. So basically, QQQ is not moving that much in pre-market. So what you can do here this week is to say, okay, fine. At this level, either this stock will come, I mean, look, if you look at it here and I ask you what's the support on here, your emphatic answer should be 320. Yeah, because that's what has happened here. 1, 2, 3, and you see it 4, 5, several touches here at this 320. Actually, it overshoots it a little bit as usual, went to 318 something. So you can say, okay, for this week, your target price on QQQ are 320 on the put side, which is $17, $18 from where the stock is right now. Yeah. And then you go, when the market opens in about 17 minutes or so, you go open your option chain and find the price for that. As of Thursday, because the market was closed on Friday, right? As of Thursday, the price for this 320 put expiring on this Friday, April the 22nd, were 82 cents, if I recall properly. Yeah. But theta decay will be applied here today because we have had 3 days of no trading. Yes, even when the market is closed, option price have to deal with theta decay. That's the drawback of taking swing trade. The advantage is that, hey, when the stock gaps, we take advantage of that, right? So the expectation here is definitely that the 320 put expiring on April the 22nd will be less than 82 cents. If I had to give you an approximate price for it, I think approximately this could be going for, let me take a look on here. It's a function of the theta decay on it and the delta as well. So I'm going to go to April 22nd, and very quickly for QQQ, the 320 puts, what can we estimate them to go for when the market open today in a few minutes? So the 320, realistically, we could have them for as low as 50 cents, maybe between 50 and 60 cents. Yeah. Now, this again, just taking this trade here, it's making an assumption that, oh, the market will just go down. No, we don't know that. But the trade that I want to suggest to you, it's a relatively high probability trade, right? Should it be bullish, meaning should it go the other direction, right? So from 337 where we are right now, if we add $18-17 to the price of the stock to get a strike price for the call, that puts us around 355. Lo and behold, the 355 calls as of Thursday, they were way more cheaper than that, which just tells you and me that, hey, the market makers, they are selling something a little bit more expensive than the other, right? So so they were going the 355 calls as of Thursday, they were going for 37 cents, 39 cents. Yeah. Whereas the symmetrical trade on the put side was going for 82 cents. That's just too much disparity. So how to take advantage of it? So for us, we're gonna set up a strangle. Yeah, we can set up a strangle. Either you set up a strangle, so the 320 puts definitely will be what I'm gonna be using as a strike price. On the call side, I can do two things. Either I take contracts at 355, but I take more of them. The ratio is at least 2-to-1 or even 3-to-1. Or I take a closer strike price. Which one do I prefer? I think at this stage I will prefer the closer strike price to make that stronger balance. Meaning if I'm spending, let's say $50-$60 on the 320 put, I'm going to pick whatever strike price on the call side which is worth 50-60. So that strike price could be in the vicinity of 350, 351 or 352. So that's the setup for this week. The week has 5 days, and obviously when I take this trade, right, I'm going to be managing it actively in the sense that at starting today, tomorrow, Wednesday, they're going to be giving me the winning direction on that strangle, and I can add more to that position so that I can increase my profit. This is how you go about setting up a relatively safe trade, but then managing it to make more money to your advantage. Okay, folks, it is 9:16 Eastern Time. Thank you, everybody, for coming. The week, we have several opportunities on earning. Our traders in our Discord, you have a brand new watch list that was unveiled last Thursday. So we will be taking advantage of it, and with any other opportunities for those who are interested in learning how to trade with us, how to learn how to trade and some of the strategies that we trade on here. Let me go and bring you the link. That's a promise, so that nobody could be well done. Typically, that link, folks, I think most of you, if you are familiar with, you can find them in the description of the videos that we make. But I just want to make sure that I paste it here in the live chat on here. So this is the Gangster Trading link here. All right, so let me copy this and paste it in here in the live chat. All right, to learn how to trade options with us. Okay. All right, so I see the subscribers inside of our Discord, and for everybody else, have a great week of trading, and see you on Wednesday. My plan is to be able to have these live pre-markets on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And if you're wondering why, we will tell you. Come back on Wednesday, and I will reveal to you why I chose those 3 dates. Thank you, everybody. Have a great trading session. Bye-bye.